Hello, 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 everyone. Um, Hope you are enjoying your day. I have not live streamed in 2 days. I had a medical procedure done. As you can see, I have a little swelling in my jaw, so I had a medical procedure done, and I haven't been able to live stream. So needed the rest. Got a lot of stuff done in those 2 days. 2 days I have a live stream, so you might hear a little slur in my speech as I'm live streaming, like that 50 Cent slur, right? 50 Cent talks with a slur. But I want to come before you all, first of all, and say thank you, thank you, thank you for the people that have registered for the conference. I sent out emails today for the conference registration. For those who are registered, if you did not receive your email, it's because I have you did not include your email in the Cash App if you pay via Cash App. So if you have not received the email, it's because you did not include the email address in your Cash App. Everyone that um, paid via PayPal, and maybe I should take Cash App just totally off as an option, because PayPal forces you to include your email address upon the payment of the receipt. So maybe when I get back home, I'll just take off Cash App as a payment option. So there are some people who did not, in the for section on Cash App, include their email address, and I need you to do that. If you did include your email address, um, or if you paid via Cash App, I mean PayPal, then check your emails today. If you do not see it in your main inbox, check your junk or your spam. Right, that was just my daily text that I receive every day from my business, right? My work from home business. So just got my daily text, my daily text pay. It come every day. It's called mobile money. And yes, Terry, thank you. You finally got me live again. If you hear a slur in my speech, it's because I had dental surgery on Tuesday. Anyone that sent me text messages on Tuesday and I did not respond, that was why. I'm so glad to see you all. Thank you for coming in and dropping in and saying hello. Says have a beautiful day. I tell you, those the medication that I'm on now, right, is I pretty much slept all morning, but I got a lot of stuff what I could get done on yesterday. I got a lot of things did. Then I woke up, I sent out emails to everyone that's registered for the conference. And listen, there are only 24 more slots available. Only 24 more slots available, right? Forgive my slur. Home-based business. Text 601 Text HBB to 601-720-2063. And I wanted to just come before you all. And also the website to register for the conference. People is 111millionairemoves.com. I'm only offering to 50 people, and 25 people are already registered. Oh, also an announcement for the conference. The Millionaire Moves Conference. What this involves is how to get your credit position strategically to make millionaire moves. How to invest in the new currency, which is cryptocurrency, its functions, and why it would be the new currency. This also will cover corporations, why you need to be taxed as a corporation and not a citizen. And I'm not talking about doing any paperwork or converting your birth certificate to a national citizenship. That's a very um, long process. And it's a process in which a lot of people don't know you have to give up or relinquish some of your constitutional rights. So I teach you how to be taxed as a corporation versus a citizen through the work from home business. opportunity that I shared with you. So the crypto, the credit part, the corporation part, how to get more cash flow, how to get instant cash flow within 3 days. All of this will be covered in the 111 Millionaire Moves workshop. And at the time, you all see Shiba Inu taking a big dip in the red, right? Um, I didn't buy any more SHIB, but what I did was I converted my SHIB, a lot of my other cryptocurrencies into SHIB. And my daughter, who looks at all the technical analysis, right? She does that for crypto and TA. I'm not a TA person, but my daughter's 22 and she learns how to read the charts and how to do the technical analysis. And she said, well, Mama, I told you to wait. That's why I waited. I said, yeah, but it was such big news about the listing on Kraken and possible listing on Robinhood. And I just thought it was going to pump on that big news. She said, I know when a crypto has that much, that high gains, and in a few days, right? She said you can expect it to crash, but then she said, but it's going to come back up again. You still fine, she said, but that's why I only buy in the red. And I said, well, I didn't buy it in the red. I didn't buy any more SHIB. I converted some of my other crypto into SHIB that I feel like that I held on to that was not performing. So it's sort of kind of the same thing. I didn't put any new money into SHIB. I just converted old crypto money into it. So you need to learn about this new currency system. Also, people, you need to be taxed as a corporation. This is why you need a home-based business, and you need cash flow. Maggie says, cool key, you need cash flow. And so right now, I'm only opening up this conference to 50 people, and 25 people are paid and registered. So if you have not received the email, you check your junk and your spam, go back and look at Cash App and see on Cash App if you include your email address. There was quite a few people from Cash App. And if you did not, then I need you to email me at ld@fixmycreditandcash.com and tell me, Queen, I registered for a Millionaire Moves meeting or conference, and I forgot to include my email address. And this is my name, and this is my Cash App screenshot, and just send me a screenshot via email. I don't need your email address again, because when you email me, I will have it. So it was mainly my Cash App people. Quite a few of you all out of the 25 who were not registered. And again, I think I was saying this and I cut myself off. In Jackson, Mississippi, everything is going to have to be virtual now, because even though I could get the boardroom for the hotel, the rooms are about $300 a night. And that's because in Jackson, Mississippi, it's the Capital City Classic, and I forgot all about that same weekend, right? So it will be all virtual. Yes, Tiffany. So everyone who was trying to get here to do on-site, I do apologize, but every hotel room now is going to be double price. The Capital City Classic, if you know Deion Sanders, he's the new coach at Jackson State University. And Jackson State plays Alcorn that weekend. And that's called the Capital City Classic. And so hotel rooms are doubled that weekend. And so I just decided to do it all virtual. But guess what? In February, that's 3 months from now, February, going into the spring, I'm going to do another one. And then this will give you all the on-site opportunity, right? So it will be an all virtual experience, all online, no on-site. You can learn this from the comfort of your own homes, right? And for those who have not sent me did not include their email in the Cash App, send me your screenshot of your Cash App, right? And say, Queen, this is just proof that I paid for the conference. I forgot to include my email, and put your name, first and last name, because some Cash Apps are not, like my Cash App is LD Financial Coaching. It is not my name, right? So your Cash App may differ from your first and last name. So give me your first and last name, screenshot me that payment. If you check your emails and you don't see anything in your inbox, check your junk and your spam. And if you don't see anything, it's because you just simply forgot to put your email address and Cash App when you make the payment. So, yeah, do that. So I just want to come to you all real quick and talk about, what do you think about Joe Biden's new executive order that is now requiring businesses or organizations or companies that have over 100 employees to enforce the jab. How do you feel about that? What are your thoughts? Will you take the jab if that's inclusive of you? If you won't take the jab, what are your plans? What are your backup plans? What are you going to do? I was at CVS Pharmacy actually on yesterday I'm reading my emails for you. So millions of people, according to this executive order, must get the jab by January the 4th, right? So we have the 11-4, the 11-4, and 4 is prophetic. The number 4 is prophetic of what would happen in the earth realm. So millions of people still would be affected, right? Even at a time right now where they passed the first order was passed for October the 1st, and the economy is still thriving. We're not hearing about any, just effects that's causing the economy to shut down. So why is he predicting that January the 4th is just another deadline for business or companies, right, to enforce this rule? And, why this one? Why with the C-19? Why not the flu? Why not the pneumonia? Why not HIV? Where people can get, where they're saying they have a vaccine now. Why not the shingles? Why this? And I know people saying, well, because it's so they haven't found the cure, and the media is reporting that so many people are impacted, but yet the media is still telling you that the only thing having a jab would do will maybe not increase your chances of dying or hospitalized, right? Having harsh symptoms. But there's many people that have gotten the jab that have died. Why are they not reporting that? And a lot of people during this season that have gotten the jab are having health issues, right? They're having health issues right now. Just like Sergeant Powell, right? He was the most recent one. I think Hank Aaron too. Both were fully jabbed, fully vaccinated. Both died. It was even rumored that that was the cause of death of DMX. They want to say it was a overdose, right? But they said he was fully jabbed as well. And so this is the thing, people. As the currency system changes, radiation changes, because it's going to take the 5G towers, which will then be converted to 6G. You see, Facebook has changed and rebranded itself to Metaverse. Controlling of the currency system in this universe, right? And you have people that want to be influences of this universe as the infinite God is. They want to take that power. They want to take that influence. And this is causing a currency system reset and a radiation increase in this universe, right? Not the metaverse, in this universe. And no one is educating you about the health effects of radiation, especially if you have pre-existing health issues. And it's a reason, someone actually asked me this time, well, if the government or the powers that be knew that this was hurting people or affecting people, why wouldn't they just tell you? I'm like, that's asking me, why wouldn't they tell you that they knew what was going on with the Tuskegee jab? There have been a lot of times the government knew what's going on and they don't tell you. Why would they tell you that this is their agenda and they know it's causing a health problem? It's the underlying reason for the health issues. Why would they give you the heads up that the dollar is about to crash? Why that will position you to not only take care of your health better if you knew what the core cause was, right? If you knew what the core cause was, but it will also position you to be a millionaire, a multimillionaire, a billionaire, or trillionaire. And the powers that be don't want everybody to walk in health and wealth. That's why. That's the simple answer why. But I think the real question is, if they know what's causing this, then why are they pushing a jab? And what exactly does the jab have in it? I think that's the question, right? I think that's the bigger question. Exactly what is in this jab? If they know it's from the change of the frequency, because our currency system is about to be reset and it's about to be changed, and it releases radiation at higher volts, and radiation affects people with um, existing health issues, and even healthy people with no pre-existing health issues. Over time, if you do not prepare and prep the body against radiation that's released as this change of this currency system is happening, the same effects that people are having now, they will experience again. So I think the real question is, what's the agenda of the jab? Right? T. Thompson says, thank you for changing my life. Well, thank you for being soil so that I can change your life. Thank you. Soil is receptive of seeds. You know what seeds are? Seed, anything a seed is anything that's instructional, that gives you instructions, right? A seed, it can be a small instruction that people will ignore. Small instructions, attention to detail. And also the conference is going to cover this as well. Practical applications for biblical prosperity. Why biblical prosperity, Queen? Because, you know, having prosperity man's way and having prosperity God's way is two different types of prosperity. And I'm going to make it short and explain it like this. God's prosperity says, I will make you rich and add no sorrow, no resentment, no toil, no trouble, no frustration, no mental stress, no emotional distress with it. That's God's prosperity. It protects you. It gives you peace. Positive energy always creates elevation. It gives you provision for you, your family, your future. It gives you protection. That's God's prosperity. And guess what? It gives you plenty of money as well. So learn about practical applications. But you cannot have God's or the Bible's prosperity without knowing government system and not knowing government moves and not knowing the motives of the government. Right? I'm going to have Eric Thomas on. We're going to do a live stream together tonight. And one thing that Eric said on a talk show that he was on yesterday was that God has many, many strategies to help you financially, but you have never been taught them in a practical way. You've been preached them. You have been preached biblical principles, but you have not been taught biblical principles. They have been preached to you. You have not been provided with practical instructions that applies to your life. See, you have been preached to about the walls of Jericho, but you haven't been taught how to make the walls of Jericho fall in your life. You have been preached to in 2 Kings about this chapter 4, the 2 Kings chapter 4 widow woman whose husband died, and left her and her two sons, number two, in debt. But you haven't been taught the practical part of applying it to your life is that you need to open up a home-based business as well. So that when you are being preached to, you're not jumping and shouting, right, about a prophetic word that you don't know the practical actions it takes to actually perform and become real in your life. So you're jumping and shouting about something that you don't understand how to go apply in this earth realm. You're jumping and shouting about spiritual principles that you don't know how to apply in this earth realm. Right. And so you don't have a full understanding about wealth in the Bible, just like cryptocurrency. Queen, you probably said, Queen, why do you mix the Bible and crypto? Because listen, cryptocurrency is an algorithm of letters and numbers, and so is the Bible. And there's no way that I can really teach you cryptocurrency without teaching you the Bible, because guess what? The Bible predicts all of this. There's no way I can just eliminate the infinite God from the conversation when it's God that giving me the revelation of showing me biblical prophecy, how this will be the new currency system. I can't leave out the creator, because the infinite God already knows what changes we're going to go through in this earth realm anyway. But you haven't been taught practical applications, and many people haven't been taught the spiritual side. Right? They haven't been taught the spiritual side, and so they get wealth God's way or man's way, and then sorrow is connected with it, or toil. And God said, I have a better way, so I can make you rich and I add no sorrow, where you can live your life, right? In Job 36:11, God's way is a much better way. And understanding this, and understanding that the Bible is just a book about prophecy and predictions of what we're going through, is going to help you make it through these hard times. Because people, guess what? As Martin Luther King said, there are frivolous times ahead. There are hard times ahead. I will be lying to you if I tell you that December and January and probably February, because according to the Jewish calendar, right, March is the new year. I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you that these are not going to be hard times ahead. But I will also be lying to you to tell you that if you, right, don't make it, if you make it through these 3 months, you're going to come out as pure as gold. If you can make it mentally, emotionally, and financially through these next 3 months, you're going to come out as gold. But people, a hard financial winter is coming. And let me tell you something else I noticed the other day. That playing and praying, right? Praying and playing only have 2 letters or 1 letter in there that separates them. Praying and playing. PLAYING, PRAYING. The only thing is different is the L and the R. And you guys, a lot of people that's doing either one or the other. They're not preparing, and they're not planning. And they're not learning practical applications in this earth realm. Job 36:11 says, if they obey and serve him, they should spend their years in prosperity, right? They should spend their days in prosperity, and their years in pleasure. It's a difference between God's economic system and man's. It's a great difference that brings holistic balance to your life. Frederick, I haven't been right all the time on here, just most of the time. He says, I'm not sell my crypto, but I'm going to some of my like Doge and Sheba spike up, I'm going to sell some of those, take some profits, because I still do coach and mentor young girls. But if push comes to shove, and they say either you take the jab January the 4th, or you can lose your job, then hey, fortunately, our basketball season ends in January anyway, around that time, and I would have done my job. I'm not taking that jab for a paycheck. So I probably will, as some cryptocurrency get on its highs. Um, I'm just gonna have it. I'm not gonna pay off my house with it, right? Because right now, the money that my mortgage is financed with is cheap debt, right? Meaning that the dollar is depreciating daily. So, I'm not gonna take devalue dollars and just use to pay off, because I'm making enough passive income where I can pay my monthly house note. Actually, my monthly house note is already paid going into 2022. I mean 222. What I mean 222? Year 2022. Let me get it right. My house note is already paid into next year, 2022. Oh my God, this coffee is so good, especially since I had surgery on my mouth Tuesday. This coffee is so good, and I'm not usually a coffee drinker, but I needed this because all I've been eating was applesauce and soup in the last 2 days. I'm like hungry, you all. So I don't know. Probably by then, with Zillow firing, Zillow getting rid of 35,000 employees, I'm going to be looking for real estate opportunities by then. I'm looking to give me some multi-properties, multi-units. A lot of people will need new housing. So we'll be looking at converting that crypto into more tangible asset. And then I have more time to train and educate my people in the home-based business. You love coffee. So I'll be looking to train and educate my people more, having more time for them in the home-based business. Those would be my focus. I'll be shifting from probably training and coaching girls to training and coaching people with their finances, and instead of showing basketball moves, I'm gonna be showing you all millionaire moves. Right? I'll be showing you all millionaire moves. So I was about to show you all a screenshot of my portfolio, but I'm not, because I don't know how many people watch my live stream is gonna be begging me for money when this happens. So I don't try to put it out there publicly. But I'll just say this: my portfolio balance today had 4 sevens in it. 7777. Right? That wasn't all of the balance, but it just had those 4 sevens back to back to back. But I'm not going to ever talk about my balance publicly, because people that didn't prepare, or they call cryptocurrency a scam, that'll be the main one calling you up when Bitcoin hits 100K by December. You'll be your main family members calling you up asking for money. I'm hungry. I don't have anything to feed my children with. We without lights, we without food. I'd be like, didn't you follow me on YouTube? Didn't you follow me? Like, didn't you listen to me? Oh, yeah, you did, but you told me that was a scam, right? I won't even get into scam. I was about to do a whole nother live stream segment on people with the mindset. But the same people that say that cryptocurrency is a scam, they'll be the same ones that invest in the sushi flour. They'll be the same ones going to the boat or playing bingo. But they don't think that's a scam. You don't think gambling your money on the odds of Vegas giving you a return is a scam? I never understood that. Well, yes, I do. They just have they have the wrong mindset. You don't think gambling is a scam, but you think giving to somebody that gives you financial advice, that's helping you financially, they think that's a scam. And you think knowing about the new currency system reset, when all of the numbers, all the predictions are there and biblically proven and proven over time, you thought there was, let me tell you all, I had two people that told me when Bitcoin was $3,000 that it was a scam last year. And again, I always say this, that was late. I got in late, but I got in. And had I listened to those two people in my ear telling me that was a scam, I would not be financially um, free today. If I would have listened to those two people. So knowing what advice, and guess what? The person would still try to call and give me financial advice. I'm like, are you serious? You think I'm listening to you? You the one told me Bitcoin was a scam, remember? And you still calling me and think I'm going to listen to your financial advice. No, I'm not. Because had I been listening to you, I'd be broke today. Had I listened to you, right, I wouldn't be in a position. Oh, y'all, we have 4 ones. 1111 with a heart on Facebook. I will not be where if I listen to you, I will be stressed when January the 4th get here comes. If I listen to you, I wouldn't have known that it's the radiation they releasing to put up the 5G towers to change this currency system that's been causing the sickness and illness. And I would have been like most of the population who probably would have went out and got something that was untested, unverified, and unapproved. And you know what the government does when they do things like that? They do what Bill Clinton did. They just stand up, whoever's in presidential office, and give a public apology to the American people. That's it. Your health is deteriorated. Your life could be gone. And the only thing they're going to do behind this, when the truth is finally unveiled, is just stand up, and whoever's in the presidency, they're going to give a public apology and say they didn't know. They thought they was doing what was right. All right. So, family travel, you all make sure you get some things that will have long shelf life to eat. And I'm telling you all this, but me and my daughter just got to do it. We got to do better at that. Me and her is just so used to eating it on the go. Make sure that you have some ways to get heat in the event that your electrical is because of these, energy crisis that they're predicting in the fall. So make sure that your electrical, you have something with heating. I don't care if you have to go and get what they use for outdoor heating, right? Kerosene lamps, different clothing, different attire, sleeping bags that they use for outdoor heating. And all this camping equipment is out. Have you a saw in place if you're in the country around trees where you can cut wood and burn wood in your fireplace, right? There are some dark times ahead. There are. I would be lying to you if I told you, but you can make it through this. You can make it through the next 3 months. You're going to see a breakthrough. If you can learn about this currency system reset, if you can stock for you and your family for the next 3 months, if you will invest in yourself and your education, if you will stop playing and praying only and start preparing and planning, if you would take this serious, if you in the home-based business would start sending me 3 texts a day for people in the home-based business that need extra cash flow. You know why I haven't been tempted to sell my crypto no matter how high or low it gets? It's because I have extra cash flow coming in. I have extra cash flow coming in. I don't live out flipping cryptocurrency. That's not how I pay my bills. People, if you have one source of income is dangerous to your wealth. If you're married, Because a lot of jobs are going to be lost, people. Anyway, they're looking for truckers and truck drivers now. We're going to enter into a food famine. And I told my mentor, I said, if I was live streaming and I was on here praying in tongues and saying I was praying in the spirit, I would have 50,000 people on here. Because people connect that with being holy. If I was on here praying in tongues, which I can, but I'm not going to do that for you all, which I do. But the Bible says that if you don't have an interpreter, you shouldn't be doing it in public, right? I don't have to get on here praying in tongues to tell you all biblically I'm prophesying to you about what's going to happen. I do that in my prayer closet. I do that in my private space to hear from God. And then he gives me the research and even backs it by scripture. So a lot of people, they'll hear somebody praying in the spirit, praying in tongues, and the people won't even show it to them in scripture, but yet they believe that. God is telling me this. And as soon as they pray in tongues, people believe it. No scripture to back it up. And I've been showing you all Leviticus 25 and Deuteronomy 15 and breaking it down for the last 2 years. But if I was on here doing my spiritual chant saying geyser, 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 or if I was on here praying in the spirit, praying in tongues, then you all be like, oh man, she hearing from God. That's right. But just because I sit down and teach it to you and show you practical moves to make. And then you actually have some people that watch this and says, God got me. God will take care of me. Well, why is there so many famous in the Bible where people suffer? That the prophets had to go to the people and help them in times of famine. Why did Joseph, who used practical wisdom to store up, have to help so many people in famine when they was not prepared? Do you think that, see, it's 3 things the Bible talks about: wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you have an understanding of something, you use the wisdom and knowledge to prepare. And no, the rapture is not coming either. I mean, do you all know how many people that was Christians, God's people that suffered in the Bible? And for people that just say, oh God, no, God is, he's giving you forewarning. God said, believe in my word and you shall be established. But if you believe in my prophets, you shall prosper. You all don't believe in prophetic biblical predictions. You don't believe in the word of God either, because I've shown it to you in the word. Skillful farmer and living out the land, massive farmland was brought astrologist year. Maybe hold on. Did I miss some of your comment? Because what I just read, I don't understand, Shango. So let me know if you commented earlier and I just missed it. Tyrone Jackson, the use of fetal tissue from elective abortion is in common place in pharmaceutical industry. That's true. Fetal tissue in the jab. They use fetal tissue also in Propel Fitness water. Propel Fitness water. Did you all know that? That water you drink, Gatorade. I'm a truck driver, Carissa says. Look at Carissa. Out there handling it for the women. Go ahead. And she says thousands of drivers are quitting now. Oh, yes. Right. Mandating. Right. People are going to stand up for their rights as well as they should. Carissa says thousands. Thousands. And we haven't even got into the tax changes. Sweet Tea, what should we be doing? Register at my conference. 1111 millionmovement.com. And I'm telling you all, only 25 slots left. Only 25 slots left. We're going to answer all of this. I could really be at the Capital City Classic that weekend too, in Mississippi and partying. But you know what? Now is not the time to party or pray. Now is the time to prepare and plan. Now, am I saying not to pray? No, I'm not saying that. But if that's all you're doing, that's all. See, prayer is just supposed to connect you to a prosperity plan. Prayer is just supposed to connect you to a prosperity plan. Why do you say that, Queen? Because when the widow woman was praying, Elijah showed up to her and gave her a prosperity plan. Elijah did the same thing. After the same knees that you use to bow down and pray with are the same knees that you can stand up and use your legs and your feet to run with and take action with. Faith without works is dead. That means it's dormant. It's to no avail. Having faith, God got me. What works are you showing to prove that you believe that? Faith without works, without action is dead. Let's see. It's best to learn how to farm and garden. Most jobs are definitely, yeah, it's coming to an end, Carissa, because that was the whole point of this anyway. They wanted artificial intelligence, AI, and technology to take over anyway. So these jobs are going to come to an end anyway. Biden knows that, right? Home-based business will be, you'll be contacting me next week. Once you come out the road, 8 years, 8, the number 8 means the ending, a new beginning to ending of a thing. So Carissa, your timing is right. 8, the new beginning is the ending of a thing. Prayer faith. Hey, you see me? You all, Mr. Anderson is on. Say hello. I got my coffee. I'm out here live streaming right here. I should show you. You all, the building I'm in front of is 1111. Seriously, I don't know if I can. I may flip the camera later on. This coffee is giving me the life, right, to live stream. Thank you so much. Mr. Felix Anderson is going to teach you the concepts, right? The concept the steps that you need, the beginning steps and the principle to have a millionaire's mindset. Believe it or not, whatever happens in your mind happens in time. You got to have the mindset first. You got to have the mentality, right? God said, I cannot pour new wine into old wineskin. You cannot have new money into an old mindset. You can, but it'll leave you quickly. We got to get your mind right to get your money right. T. Thompson says, hello, Mr. Anderson. He will be a great speaker. I'm honored to have him speaking. And what else you all talking about? Carissa says, if you take one step, God will take 2. Sometimes God will take 10 sometimes. Sometimes he'll take 1,000. Deuteronomy 1:11 says he's increased you 1,000 times more, but you got to take that one. You are so right. I love that, Mika. Infinite blessings, a never-ending circulation of blessings, right? A never-ending cycle. A never-ending cycle. So, crypto, cash flow, corporations, stop being taxed as a citizen, become taxed as a corporation, and connections. Crypto, cash flow. I forgot about credit. Credit, right? Being taxed as a corporation, not a citizen, and connections, people. This is what the conference is all about. Mr. Anderson says, hello, great people. Mr. Anderson birthday and I share the same birthday, 9/26. We are some powerful people. You better know it. 926. Um, I thought 8 mean infinity. What numerology are you operating in? Uh, okay, Frederick, what does infinity mean? Revelations 1:11 says, I am the Alpha and Omega, right? The beginning and the end. That's infinity. So it's the breaking down of an old, the end, to begin anew, a continuous cycle. A continuous cycle. Frederick, honestly, I learned numerology through speaking with Mr. Felix Anderson and just God speaking with me. A lot of things that I had learned about numbers, he told me that wasn't true. Like, if you go on a lot of channels, they'll tell you 11 means the great reset. And so I was teaching that. I said 11 means a reset. But then God said, no, it's not 11 that means a reset. It's number 12 at midnight, right? Everything resets. At midnight, Paul and Silas cried out unto the Lord, and the chains were broken. At midnight, the story Cinderella tells you everything went back to its original form. She went from riches to rags at midnight. So the number 11 is just a warning of their last hour before the reset happens. So 12 or midnight would be in the month of February, according to the Jewish calendar, not the Gregorian calendar. Um, and then March will be the new year. March will be New Year spring. Earlier this year, March and CDC put out guidelines for zombie preparedness, and people thought it was a early April Fool joke. Yeah, they were serious. You're gonna hear more about zombies and going to Mars and Venus and um all of this stuff, right? You're gonna hear about all of this. Miss LaDuke, you gotta love that name. Thank you for tuning in. I sent you an email today about the conference. So if you have not received it in your main inbox, Michelle LaDuke, that is so sexy to me. That last name. My last name is Deloach, so a lot of people like that. Um, check your junk or your spam about the conference. I was saying earlier, we have to move everything virtual. This is going to be a virtual experience. Yes, we're going to manifest crypto in this verse. And Lori says she's 924. Right. So hey, you all, let me log off. I'm gonna show you all this. Let me see, can I do it? Let me see, I'm just gonna show you all this address. 1111 address that I'm at. Let me see if you all can see it. I'm getting out of here. Let me walk out. So y'all see it. I have to get me. That's where I'm at. See the 4 ones right there? So I'm in my Jeep. You all, I'm logging out. Remember to register at that 111 Millionaire Moves. Thank you all for tuning in. Yes, Frederick, I'm at 1111. Hey. You all, I'm signing out. You all be blessed. 24 more slots for the conference. So register, right? I'm cutting it off at 50 people, right? I'm cutting it off at 50 people. Register today. This will be an all virtual experience so you can get the knowledge you need going into 2022 out of the comfort of your home, if that's what you choose. Peace and blessings to you all. And later tonight, me and Mr. Eric Thomas will be on the live stream. Okay, Miss LaDue, yes, check that email. You all, how big can you think, right? Magnify your mind, manifest with your mouth. The power and life or death is in your tongue, right? Multiply your money and maximize your mission in life. Be blessed. Be a millionaire, a billionaire, or a trillionaire. So you can be a blessing. Hello. 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 Curtis, hello to you. Well, no, Miss Duke. We can't have it at the hotel. We have a big event in Jackson, Mississippi, the Capital City Classic, Jackson State, where Deion Sanders coach, versus Alcorn State, and the price of hotel rooms doubled. So we decided we didn't want people paying $300 a night for a hotel room, right? And that's the price. So we're going to do an all virtual, but guess what? We're going to come back this spring and do it again, in the spring, and we're going to make sure we have it on site then, right? Trillions, trillionaires. Thank you, Lori. Thank you as well. I'm signing out. Queen out. You all be blessed.